Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to the Project Cars 2 GT3 Leagues for Apex Online Racing. This is the 9th round and this is XB1 Elite Tier, where we got the best of the best driving today. And today we are in one of the hardest tracks on the calendar, and it is in Japan. It is Sportsland Sugo, where it's hosted a few sport racing series in the past, such as Super GT, Super Formula, a few Japanese racing leagues, and the F4 Japanese Championship. So as you can see, it's got a bit of a Japanese type of theme, as it were, to this. And since it's a new track on Project Cars 2, hardly anyone has raced on it before tonight. So a lot of these drivers are getting a lot of practice just to make sure they come out on top today. And the conditions are going to be really hard because in qualifying we will be under heavy clouds with rain expected to last the entire race, and not many people experience rain in Sugo or even raced Sugo in the past. So this should be very, very interesting to see what these drivers are, because to be honest, it is going to be a level playing field, because even the top drivers seem to be struggling according to what I was chatting to in the past. So here is what the track roughly looks like. It has 9 turns, so not many turns as the circuit we've got before. We've got a 3.9 kilometer circuit as well, and it is very tricky to overtake here. So the drivers are going to be up for their money here tonight. So we just got an update for you. Since we haven't got many drivers racing tonight, one of our reserve drivers, Hartley, is racing tonight. So a big welcome to him, and hopefully he could do well tonight as well. So that should be interesting. So qualifying is just about to get underway, and since it is going to be heavy clouds, it's going to be very low visibility for the drivers. So since we are on the 9th round of this championship, we have a championship to contend with. The Constructors' Championship has already been decided last time about, with Team Highlands Racing winning the Constructors' Championship. So well done to Wolf and Moo for that. But we still got the Drivers' Championship to decide tonight, and I have got the word from Sepple of what Wolf and Moo need to do tonight in order to secure the championship. So if Moo wins, Wolf needs to score 3rd or higher and he will win this championship. But if Wolf wins or he beats Moo, he wins the championship. So Moo has got to outscore Wolf by 7 or 8 points, and then he'll take this championship fight to the last round next week. So it is all to play for these guys, because the Genettas have been on top form throughout the whole of this championship, and we are very excited to see how we do. So without further ado, let's get on to qualifying. So we have got a few people in the chat. We've got Secret Handshake in the chat, we have Kajut in the chat, and Batty in the chat as well. So it seems to be a common theme with 11 drivers in the chat, so that is kind of interesting. And what is also interesting, it is also low visibility, and it's night time as well, which makes things very tricky as well. So if you remember last week, Wolf did take pole last week with Aiden in 2nd place. Aiden was filling in for a driver last week, but I'm happy to say he is racing today. That is why he is not joining me in the commentary box. He's going to be racing for the rest of this season, so you'll be with me solo commentary for the rest of this season, which I can cope with that. It's all good. It's nice to see a variety of drivers racing here tonight, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So could we see someone other than Genettas go on pole or possibly win the race today? And it'll be interesting to see how the Genettas do as well. So strategy wise for the race, we could see it will be a 2-stop race for all the drivers, because they'll have to take tyres in the wet, because it is quite hard in these wet conditions to last these tyres for like for the whole race. So they got to do 2 stops and take tyres. So but if they can eke the tyres out and stop once, then it could possibly be done, but you never know. Because last week, there was no need to change tyres at all. It was basically in and out, change fuel and stuff like that. And in this track, I believe it takes about 15 seconds to get to the pit stop once you're stopped in your pit box. And it will take about 35 seconds for a stop because you'll be going around the pit lane as well. So that is what we heard from the drivers at the moment. So we've got a few banker laps already. So our pole sitter at the moment is the lovely Seppel with a 1:19.7, but we could see people tonight go into the 1:18, so that should be really interesting to see if we can get people in these times as well. Let me know your thoughts in the chat, who you think is going to get pole today. And we are also powered by Elgato and Thrustmasters here today. Elgato, who make those capture cards, and Thrustmaster, who make amazing wheels. So make sure you check all those sponsors out. That'll be absolutely amazing. And also, if you want to get involved on Twitter, use the hashtag AOR CARS as well, because I will also be checking Twitter as well. So that should be really, really fun to see as well. So at the moment, we've got the field pretty much evenly split. It just goes to show how competitive these guys are. We've got the top 5 separated by 0.4 per second. So we've got Seppel in first at the moment, with Rainbow in second place. So a really good lap from Rainbow at the moment. So Rainbow's pace wasn't looking very strong in the last race, but he's hoping to score better in this race in Sugo. Don't forget, we could see people that may expect to do well lower down the field in Sugo, since it's quite a new track. So don't expect your usual order, but you never know, we could expect a different order than I might think. So you never know with these types of situations. So it is quite hard to predict what is going to happen, really. So again, let me know your thoughts. So Seppel's just gone into the pits right now. Moo's now taken pole position. Oh no, Rainbow going to the pit, sorry, my bad. But Moo's got pole with a 1:19. Very close to a 1:18, but I think, it's very tricky to get a 1:18 in the dark. It could possibly get a 1:18 in the dry, but in the clear, I mean, but it's quite dry at the moment. So a few people on a lap at the moment. I think we've got Aiden, but he'll probably be going to the pits. To be honest, he was chatting with me after the stream last week, and he picked the Lambo last week, mainly because not many people were driving it. But then he did know that it's one of the fastest cars in the game for some tracks. Not all of them, some tracks. So he kind of underestimated himself, and he showed some pretty good pace. To be honest, he was hoping to win it after he showed some good pace, but he was pretty happy with second, and he really enjoyed his race last week. It was good to be back for him in that as well. So that is good for him. And Chaos Fury is looking to score a much better result tonight for him. He didn't have a good result last time about, but we'll just have to wait and see. Chaos Fury finished 8th last week, so he still scored some pretty decent points today, but he's hoping to score better. It's also good to see we got Frangwish back in the action as well after he missed the last 2 races. It's good to see him representing the EVR boys as well. And we also have Ninja, we have the One American, and we also have the lovely Chirac is now back as well after missing about 2 races in a row as well. So teammates with Seppel with a lovely Audi card, which, to be honest, I absolutely love the livery. So it's good to have him back as well. And obviously we have Hartley as well in 11th place. So at the moment, as we expect, Wolf is on pole at the moment with a 1:18.4, and it's a position where he definitely needs to be at the moment in order to make sure that he can secure the championship. But if Moo wins, Wolf's got to score 3rd or higher in order to secure the championship. So those are the championship permutations today, and we are really hoping to see these drivers absolutely make a show out of themselves, because it is going to rain pretty hard. And to be honest, the rain races always brings a surprise and a lot of fun and a lot of battles, because for the last few wet races we've seen Seppel dominate, because I think the last wet race Seppel came 2nd, and he was so close to winning, and he actually admitted that he was absolutely gutted in not finishing 1st that race. But There was one other race towards the beginning of the season where he won, which was in Australia, the second race about. So he's hoping to score much better pretty soon as well. So it should be very, very interesting for the guys as well. So, and we've seen Seppel just bin it now. I think he's just going to the pits. I think I've got a bit of commentator's curse there as well. Now, I've got a few questions in the chat when the race is going to start. The race is going to start in about 1 minute and 35 seconds time. It is a 10-minute qualifying, and then it goes straight to the race where they have a rolling start, which I will explain in a second to any of you guys who are new to the rolling start situation, because there are some of you guys who are probably new to it. So I will explain. Do not worry, because there are a lot of people that are very, very keen. And I think what AOR tweeted on Twitter this afternoon, there's going to be a new Project Cars 2 league coming up. And I'm very intrigued to find out what that league is. And I hope you guys are too. So watch this space, guys, if you want to know what it is as well. Because we've got this race and next race of the GT3 Leagues. And then that is it for a while. And to be honest, I pretty much enjoy myself so far commentating for this league. The drivers have been absolutely amazing. And it was pretty much my first time commentating for Project Cars 2. So it's been a huge step up, I think, for me. But it's been really fun to watch these drivers develop. And it was also been great to see the drivers improve as well. It's just great to see their capability shining through. So we have got 20 seconds remaining of this qualifying session at the moment. And could we see a lot of people improving lap times? Can Moo gain an extra 1/10 of a second? Well, I think, to be honest, Wolf is dominating. He's already in a 118. And everyone else is 1 second adrift. So, but do you think Wolf could still have a good position on the start? You never know. So, I think Moo is slowing down, but I think Seppel is still on a lap. Rainbow has gone into the pits right now, so I don't think he can get it faster. But we're going to see if Seppel can gain fast, because we didn't actually follow him as much. And my R button is really stuck at the moment. Don't know. There we go. I was wondering what happened there, but there we go. And he's taken a very, very clean line there. But as you can see, there's not many turns in this track, which means there is a lot of straights. But it is quite hard to judge the corners with these low visibility on this track as well. So, yes, very, very interesting. Oh, and Seppel's gone into the wall, so I don't think he's going to go faster. So, yep, he's gone into the pits right now. So I think the only person that could do it, nope, Aiden is going into the pits as well. So it looks like Wolf is going to take pole position by 1 second. That is probably the most dominant we have seen from Wolf in this entire season. Absolutely incredible stuff from him. He's definitely in a position where he needs to be right now at the moment. So it is great to see at the moment. Now, for me, it's still saying qualifying complete with 57 seconds. It might be just a little bit of a glitch, but I really don't know, which I hope it doesn't. Nope, qualifying session is over. That's all good. It is all working hunky-dory now, so it's all good. So going through the standings quickly, we've got Wolf on pole position, Moo in second, we got Seppel in third, Rainbow in fourth, Aiden in fifth, Chaos Fury in sixth, Ninja in seventh, Franglish in ninth, One American in ninth, Chirac completing the top 10, and we've got Hardly in 11th there with a 4 seconds down adrift. So it just goes to show that Genesis are definitely fast along this track, but Wolf dominating once again. And to be honest, if you want to know how many races he's won, he only lost 2 races so far. He has won 6 out of the last 8 races we've done so far, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So it will be great to see, but it can all change in the wet conditions, because history has shown that the wet weather has not been on his side. But I'm not going to jinx anything. So this comes the time of the race then, where each of them have a 2-minute setup where they get to change whatever setup they want. Now, since qualifying was dry and the race is going to be wet, I won't be surprised if any of these guys will have different setups to their qualifying setups. But they got to be careful. If they get it wrong, it can compromise them in the race. So it should be very, very interesting to see. And then soon it will move to the rolling start. We can see a few windscreen wipers waving in the background there as they start to get the best setup that they want, really. So it should be really, really fun as well. So I'd like to wish drivers the best of luck with these wet conditions. It's starting to chuck it down a little bit because this is one of the first races of the season where it's going to rain pretty much the whole race. So they've got to be alert. They've got to make sure they're on the right tyres. They've got to make sure when they know to pit. I might have put the words wrong in a way, but hey-ho about that. But yeah. But we'll have to wait and see anyway. So our top 11, we're hoping to see all of them finish tonight. I'm praying that all 11 finish. So we've got the 5 lights coming then for this Sugo Grand Prix. Don't forget, after these 5 seconds, they'll have to wait and count for 5 seconds, and then the leader will start leading the field away and go at a reduced speed at 80 miles per hour at 120 kilometers an hour. The leader can't go any more than that, but the drivers can go faster than that in order to make sure they maintain their speed throughout it. So they'll keep doing this until they get to the formation point, which is roughly about turn 10, which is roughly, I don't know what turn it is in this circuit, but once they get to the formation point, then a reduced speed will be to about 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers an hour, and then they'll keep doing this and they'll go into a 2x2 formation. Then once they get to acceleration point, which is usually the start, finish straight, then they'll be up to Wolf to floor it, and that will signify the start of the race. Wolf has generally been very good. Very, very good for this, so should be cool. And we're already seeing the rain chucking it down extremely hard right now in a Japanese circuit. This should be really, really fun to watch, and I hope you guys will enjoy watching this as well, as we also got the PC leagues also being broadcast as well. So make sure you check those out too and find out how they're getting on as well. Just you can flip between the two if you want to as well, because we support each other, and yeah, as much as we can as well. So we've got Epileptic Toast, who is in the chat as well. Massive shout out to you as well. It's great to see you get involved as well. It's 45 laps, so we could see a lot going on. So we're going on to a 2x2 formation then as we come there, and it looks very, very slippy, and we could see a lot of puddles going through towards as we go towards the start of this race, because they've got to be careful not to spin it too much, not push the throttle as much as they can. And the braking zone in the wet is twice or quadruple what it is in the dry. So if they brake like they do in the dry, then they can basically not do it well. So we are about to start this Grand Prix, and we got, looks like Wolf is got a really great start. It's quite hard to see the cars in this low visibility condition. Oh, we got see Moo go off there a little bit, but I think he's managed to maintain position. But we got Seppel having a battle with Rainbow and Aiden there. I think they got a few time penalties. I don't know. It might be just game glitching. I don't know. But I think we see Aiden trying to gain some positions from everyone as well. And Rainbow lost a position from Seppel, but I think he's managing to handle this quite well and still maintain his position here in P4. So already the grid is looking like this. We've got Wolf in first, Moo in second, Seppel in third. We've got the one American, I believe, trying to have a battle right at the back, or is it someone else? I don't know. Yes, he is having a battle then with I think it's Hartley. I don't know. Oh, who's that? Which Janelle do I think? Oh, it's Moo! It's Moo and Seppel! Oh my god, I was saying Seppel was going to have a good wet race, and it's looking to be horrible for him. He's down in last place, so he must have had a collision with Moo. I really don't know. I can't call it at the moment, but Jeanette don't seem to be doing good in the wet, I can tell you that. But Wolf already seems to be pulling back already, but not a good start for Moo, which is a bit of a shame. While we're in the chat hoping for the THR guys to do well. So at the moment, if the standings stay as they are, Wolf will win this championship, but he can't become too complacent here. He's got to make sure that he scores as much points as possible, and he really wants to win this championship. Rainbow already gained a lot of positions due to the fact Moo and Seppel's demise. He is up into P2, so that is incredible for him. Incredible pace. We could see some different drivers on the podium today. That's what's interesting about this track. Obviously, not many people have driven this track, so yeah, this is where we can see a lot of people who have got damage start to pit pretty soon, and we have seen a lot of damage for these drivers at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully we can see them all try to catch up pretty soon now. And we got Ninja in third place as well, already capitalising on other people's mistakes as well, as he's about 1 second behind Rainbow. So if he can close in, that'll be absolutely brilliant from him. And we've got the one American in fourth and Frangwish in fifth. So between Rainbow and Frangwish, these people that were usually at the bottom are making their way up the field. That is incredible stuff from them. I was right, to be honest, that the field can start shaking up for a little bit. We can already see a battle in the midfield, bunching up with Aiden and Chaos Fury bunching up as Chaos Fury tries to make a move on Aiden then and Moo, but looks like they think better of it, and Aiden retains that position. And I think Aiden will be closing in onto Frangwish pretty soon. He's about I think 1 second adrift at the moment, so it should be really fun to see at the moment. Now he's 3/10, so he is gaining some good pace here, especially in these corners as well. So it should be fun to see what other battles we've got as well. So Moo is already trying to make his way up the field. He's doing well to try and gain up, because he was 10th after that collision happened, and now he's back up into P7. So good recovery drive for him at the moment, which is just going to show here at the moment. So we're just going to see what other battles we've got here. We've got Harley gained 2 positions, so that is very good from him. We got Chirac already on the back of him, and we've got Chaos Fury under pressure from Harley. So if Harley can get a good result here, that could be a pretty good result for him. So we're praying that can happen for him, as pretty much the top 10 can score points today, but it is all to play for here. I know I keep saying this, but to be honest, this league does bring out a lot of disappointments and surprises as well. So we've got Ninja, must have overtaken Rainbow somehow. I don't know what happened. It is quite hard to keep an eye on these battles as much as we can, but because the amount of battles that we have, because of the amount of straights we have in Sugo, that is why it's quite hard. But Ninja already doing too well. But as I said at the beginning of this race, it is a two-stop race with these type of conditions, because to be honest, it is probably the faster option as well, to make sure you get as fast a pace as you can. So if you are racing in Sugo in these wet type of conditions, what strategy would you do? Please let me know in the chat as well, or in Twitter by using hashtag AOR CARS. So yes, so I'm just going to see seconds how the field is bunching up. Looks like the gaps are stretching out a little bit. And just to let you know, the people that are not racing today, Ricardo's not racing today, Parfox is not racing, Burnout is not racing today, Bolton and Newstick are not racing today either. So we've got quite a few drivers missing from the lineup, but they are hoping to wish everybody the best of luck here as well. It's a shame that they're not racing, but hopefully they'll be back next week as well. So Aiden must have gained some positions from Frangwish, and now up into P5 at the moment. So a good result from him so far, but we are seeing how far Rainbow is. Rainbow is 2 seconds behind Ninja. All this is getting very close, but the one American is closing up in like a hawk by 1.4 seconds. Wow, one American is gaining up on him like a hawk at the moment. Absolutely incredible stuff from him. I know I keep saying incredible, but these drivers are definitely showing what they're made of today here, and it is just getting ever so close between these. So all the lap 6 of this Grand Prix is shaping up to be very quick. and with Wolf already dominating a 5-second lead there. He definitely is where he needs to be at the moment, but he can't afford to bin it. But he can afford to just be under less pressure than he was before. He'll probably be in a bit less stress than he was usually, but he just got to make sure he brings the car home and make sure he gets the strategy right, because if he gets the strategy wrong, it could play dividends and it could cost him towards the middle of the race as well. So he can't afford to get the strategy wrong. That is where it could all change. It's also starting to get a little bit darker here as well, down in Sugo, which is not, because usually when I see races here at Sugo, it's usually quite dry and we rarely see wet weather. So this is probably global warming at its finest here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, why have I said that? I don't know, but I'm trying to keep a word up here. But it is true. The weather is, to be honest, it has been so much different here in the UK. It has been like a heat wave, but the heat waves seem to have disappeared this week because it's been raining pretty much and cloudy here, but it's raining here in Japan as well, so they must be replicating our northern hemisphere weather, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, let's look at the battle between Chirac and Seppel. We just caught that just at the right time here, as Chirac is looking to make a move on his teammate. It's some good teammate rivalry going up here. It's great to have the two racing each other side by side once again then between these two. It should be very interesting to see, as we can see a lot of spray from Chirac, so a bit of dirty air coming from the back of his car, which from Seppel's car, which may not help Chirac up a little bit. But let's see where he's 5/10 down now. Oh, Chirac's gone a bit wide again. That's probably allowed Seppel to gain a bit more pace on him. He's doing not too bad at the moment, trying to make it cleanly. Don't forget they need to brake earlier in these corners in the wet, because otherwise they'll bin it in the wall and possibly gain a lot of damage going there. So again, they got to be careful, but they got to make sure of what's going on around them as well. So it should be interesting to see. So I think that's the other closest battle we have, apart from Frankwish and Chaos Theory as well. I think Chaos Theory is 6/10, but Frankwish is about 1.5 seconds behind Aiden. So probably Aiden and Frankwish are a bit under pressure right now, trying to make sure they defend their position and not letting someone overtake them. But it is quite hard again to try and defend here, because there's a lot of good places to overtake. It is quite tricky to overtake this time. We've seen drivers in these leagues overtake at the most tricky of corners, and to be honest, I don't really know how they do it so well. It is amazing. So could we see some dangerous and bold moves from these guys tonight? We will have to wait and see. And because it's dark here in Japan, it was also quite hard for me to see here in the commentary box as well, as we're just up ahead. As Frankwish has gone on the grass. Oh no, what has he done? I think I've got a great commentator's curse here, which I think has allowed Hartley to... Oh, where's Seppel? Seppel has binned it as well. I'm not quite sure what happened. I can't really tell, so I'm not going to take my chances. Maybe he's probably, when he was trying to go into the pits, he binned it in the grass there. So he has to go into the pits then. Oh, what a shame. A second bottle from Seppel. He is having a string of bad luck in these leagues after having a really good start at the start of the season. Towards the end of the season, it's not going his way at the moment. But luckily, his pit stop, his pit box is right at the end of the pit lane. So that's probably going to work dividends. But he's got to repair a lot of the damage that he has suffered, which I think is going to be a bit of a shame for him. And it could cost him. It could cost him quite a lot of time. He's already in last place at the moment, which is definitely not where he wants to be if he wants to go in the top 5 of this championship. Rainbow could snatch 4th place from him, but we will see. We will have to wait and see. So as Seppel goes out the pit lane pretty soon, he must have got a lot of damage as he's waiting for the pits for a very long time. Don't know what happened with Moo. He seemed to have lost a bit of positions as well. Possibly he is pitted as well. So the order has shaken already. Here is Sugo, like as we've already said here, guys. So you never know what might happen with these guys. Just to see these drivers battle it out, and it is quite tricky to pull up these corners very cleanly in the wet as well. So now, as people are starting to pit right now, we are going to see times seem to dwindle a little bit and gaps start to increase. So until we see these battles emerge, we're not going to see much of a pattern at the moment. We've got the closest battle is probably between the One American and Aiden, and also Chaos Theory and the One American as well. We've got the One American closing up to his teammate Aiden, and we've got Vanquish trying to close up to him as well. So already this could be definitely a three-way horse battle for 5th place, because it could be critical here, because even though Aiden is not here to win this championship, because obviously he joined last week, he wants to score as many points as he can to make sure he does well. But already in this championship, because not many people score points, he's in 14th out of 17 drivers, so he's not last in this championship at the moment. So he's all right at the moment. He'd be pretty happy where he is, but he's under pressure from the One American now. Could the One American make the move, or will there be some team orders in place, and will the One American stay where he is and keep his teammate at bay and be his wingman? Because it is quite common in these types of situations where people could play wingman, or could possibly Aiden be playing wingman to the One American as well. You never know, they could be playing wingman to each other. Maybe Aiden wants to try and help the One American score as many points as possible, or will both of them be trying to win this? But to be honest, I've seen in most teams there hasn't been much team orders. I have said in parties before, oh, THR possibly will have team orders, but no. THR don't have team orders, which is crazy at the moment. So yeah, and by the way, if you are watching the stream, guys, don't forget to say in chat, because I would like to make this stream as interactive as possible as well. So don't forget also, if you're on Xbox One and are looking for an Xbox League to join, we've got the IndyCar Leagues, which are open for Season 3. And it'll be racing every Monday night at 8 PM. So make sure you do sign up. Sign-ups are still open. We've only got 4 drivers that are signed up at the moment. And it will be great if we can get more people to drive their IndyCar. It is so much fun to drive. And I will be commentating again on IndyCar, because I love Project Cars so much. I thought I would do IndyCar again. So, which will be a new experience for me, because I never commentated on IndyCar before. So yeah, make sure you sign up. The new league for that will start on the 27th of August, and I think there will be evaluation races. It will depend on if we just have one tier, but make sure you do spread the IndyCar League as much as possible, just so we can get more of these guys as well. So I don't know what happened midway through the field then, but I think Aiden had a bit of contact with Franglish, I think, and Hartley. So Hartley probably, I don't know, I can't call it because I didn't really see what happened at the moment. I need to keep more an eye on these battles at the moment, as we've got Aiden trying to close in on Franglish again to make up for lost time at the moment. So we're going to see if he can make a move down the outside of Franglish then going into this rather tricky right-hander. Oh my god! We've seen, I think it was Chirac who collided into Franglish there, which is not what he needed. That's allowing Aiden to stretch the gap a little bit, but not the best of moves from Chirac and Franglish then, as Chirac is down the field as well. So, yeah, not the best. We just seen that move, and it was very lucky for the guys. And to be honest, it looked like a racing incident. They couldn't, to be honest, both of them couldn't avoid that, and it looked like a racing incident. It looked like, yeah, definitely looked like a racing incident. But we will look at the stream back as well, which I think is forcing Franglish to pit earlier than he thought. But to be honest, due to these weather type of conditions, I forgot to ask the drivers when they think they will be pitting pretty soon, which I really don't know when they're going to be pitting. So yeah, a few people are thinking, oh, what's Chirac done? But yeah, it's an incident that Chirac and Franglish couldn't avoid, unfortunately. It was just one of these types of things that happened, to be honest. So yeah, which I think is allowing Franglish to pit for longer than he thought. But it's not a bad pit stop, considering he had to take a few damages there. So very, very good their stuff from there. But we've got the one American trying to close up to Chaos Fury. The one American up into 4th place. He's hoping to get a better result today. And look at him. He's P4. He is stretching the gap to make sure he can get up to Rainbow. He does have the pace in these wet conditions today. And he's had a lot of practice on this track as well in the Porsche. And it's looking like the Porsche is looking very strong in these types of conditions in Sugo. So that is pretty good as well. So we've got Hate Worldwide also in the chat as well. So massive shout out to you as well. It's great to see a lot of you guys getting involved as well. I'm just going to see if any of you guys are getting involved on Twitter, which I don't think anyone is at the moment. So we'll just cut back right to what is going on at the moment. So we've got Ninja closing in and the one American as well. So we've got Rainbow closing into Ninja 2.7 seconds. So I think that'll be quite close. Let's see how Aiden. I think Aiden is dropping way down. I think because of the incident with Chirac, I think it's probably caused him to lose a bit of time as well. But to be honest, I can't really call it and I can't really judge it until I've seen it properly myself. So that is what I've learned for these types of league. And because of these mistakes the drivers are making, that is allowing Wolf to stretch the gap to 9.6 seconds, which is great. It's absolutely great to see a different story with these Jeanettes in the wet. He is flooring it. He is doing absolutely brilliant stuff from this type of car. Absolutely amazing stuff. And I won't be surprised if Ninja will be catching up anytime soon. So let's look at the fastest lap times so far. So the fastest lap time is actually Aiden with a 1:28. So Aiden is catching up. But I think right close behind him is Rainbow and Ninja. So 3 of them on lap times, absolutely incredible stuff. So yeah, we got Franglish on a 2:02, but that's because he went out the pit lane. And Seppel's got 1:26. So the track could be drying up, but I don't think it is. So possibly due to the fact that Seppel has got some very clean air there towards the back of the field, that is probably causing him to gain a few fastest laps. He's probably thinking, I don't think I'm going to get a podium or some good points, so I really want to get fastest lap. I bet you that's what he's thinking right now. But we'll see how these drivers will fit in. So we have got the one American and Chaos Fury battling it to the nail at the moment. So let's see if we can follow them, because don't worry, we will have coverage as it continues there. And we will also keep an eye on the drivers' fuel usage as well, because in the wet conditions it is quite heavy fuel consumption as well in these types of wet conditions as well. So they got to manage their tyres, manage their fuel as well, make sure they don't burn too much from and put less throttle, as it were. So very interesting as we go here at this stage. So we are about 1/3 of the way through of this Grand Prix at the moment, as we've got the gap between the one American and Chaos is about 1 second. Now it's 3 tenths. Oh my god, this is shaping up to be very close. Possibly he can make a move going to this right-hander. There is a straight coming up pretty soon, so Chaos Fury could make a move now, but because of the spray that has been shown on the one American, that's probably why he didn't want to make a move, and because of the visibility. Because if there is no visibility when you overtake them, it could be a possible chance that you can overtake them and you can lose a position. So that is probably why he is staying put at the moment between the one American at the moment. So it is looking to be very short between these guys, and definitely a different podium unless people get these strategies wrong, which I really hope people don't get these strategies wrong, because it's a very tense race coming up as well. So again, please let me know your thoughts in the chat as well on who you think is for the win. Should be very fun to see. And if you just joined us, hello and welcome to the AOR Apex Online Racing GT3 Leagues for Xbox One Elite Tier. And already Wolf is in the lead of this race, which is where he needs to be. He needs to outscore Moo. He needs to outscore Moo in order to win this championship. But if Moo wins, which is looking highly unlikely, but if Moo does win by slightest miracle, Wolf needs to score third or higher, and then he will win. So at the moment, it's looking very strong for Wolf to win this championship. But you never know. With these types of races, things can change. And we've already seen the order change throughout this Grand Prix, like minute after minute after minute. So don't expect the order to be the same, like at the end of the race as it is now. So the order can change. So I need to actually get my glasses, because it is quite hard to see else with these types of conditions. So hold on a second, let me just get them on. And I think Ninja is now 9 seconds down on Wolf, now 8 seconds, so he's gaining a bit of time. No one's got penalties at the moment, so that's good, but I don't want to jinx anything at the moment, so we will wait and see what happens then. So let's see what other close battles we have. Oh, One American and Chaos Fury, that's a close battle we have. We're going to follow them as much as we can, because that's the closest battle we have on track. So yeah, not much close battles than we thought, but obviously due to the fact that it is very wet conditions here in this dark Sugo, that's why it's a little bit more difficult as well. So yes, so already lap 18, but don't forget it's quite short laps on this circuit as well. So yeah, I think looks like Chaos Fury made the move on One American, then looked done very quite nicely. What a great move, great stuff from him, absolutely incredible stuff, and it's just very great to see at this stage. So really cool to see them two battling out for the chase towards the front of the field, because we don't usually see them in at the front of the field. So it is nice for them to have a moment of glory and talk about the good stuff for them, because we really want to see drivers aim to reach their full potential, and those two are definitely showing it with the battles that we're seeing today, and they'll probably be very happy with how they're doing so far in this race. They can probably have a little bit increased confidence as well going towards this race as well, so should be very interesting as well. And possibly with these leagues, it's probably inspiring for these drivers to possibly watch these races in real life as well. I wonder how it gets broadcast in real life as well. So we could see in the next 2 or 3 laps a few people making their pit stops now, because as what a few drivers predicted in this race, this could be a 2-stop strategy if they want to make their tyres work and make sure it lasts till the end of this race. 1 stop can be very tricky in these types of conditions, and I don't know how these drivers do it. As we approach lap 20 of this Grand Prix now, as Wolf is in first place with a 1 at 28.1. That is a very good lap from him. But I think Seppel, even though he's at the back of the field, he has got the fastest lap time at the moment. But I think we've got a few cars at the back of the field starting to get lapped at the moment. by him. So let me just see. I think it's a 2. I think it's Seppel and Franglish, I think that's what it is at the moment. But my real surprise at the moment is in 6th place. It's Hartley. He's in 6th. He started in last place and he's in 6th. Great stuff from him. To be honest, what he wanted to do was not give up, because he knew that if he didn't give up, he can gain positions if a lot of people make the mistake, and that is what he's showing at the moment. So I think the One American and the Chaos 3 is the battle we need to be following right now, because that's the only closest battle we have on track. But we could see a battle of Rainbow and Ninja potentially forming here as well as we go halfway. I think we're almost halfway of this race then, but we will have to wait and see right now then. But it is getting ever so close, and it is all to play for. Wolf already stretching out a gap, and he's got to make sure and find the right time to pit, because if he pits at the wrong time, it can cost him, and it could possibly make sure that his rivals Rainbow and Ninja take the lead. But don't forget, Wolf doesn't need to win this race to secure the championship. If he outscores Moo by about 7 or 8 points, then he's won. So, which can be done. It can possibly be done right now, but he is definitely in a good position at this stage. So, whilst this race is going on, I am going to find some very interesting facts about, let me just follow Chirac a minute and get his moment, because Chirac, I think, is closing in, trying to close in onto Hartley, but it's not working at the moment. But hopefully he can gain a bit more pace. So let me find some more information about Sugo, the track. We've already said about what type of leagues they do here, but we want to see what else they do as well, because I like reading some great facts here. So I think F1 used to host Sugo, but I really don't know, to be honest. I really don't know how you say it, but hey ho. But I can't seem to find any facts other than what we said at the moment, so we're going to leave it to it at the moment. So getting ever so close now between the One American and Hartley. Hartley closing in like, oh, he's got some very good lap times at the moment. He must be pretty happy with his performance at the moment. So he's trying to close in quite nicely and make sure he gets a grip on his tyres. The One American must be under pressure right now. Hartley is 7 tenths down at the moment. Now 4 tenths. Corners strategy could work for him quite nicely indeed, which is looking to be, I'm not entirely sure what car Hartley's in, and he's probably in the same car as Ninja. To be honest, I am not entirely sure at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we will have to wait and see on that one. Again, let me know your thoughts on the strategy here. Don't forget, you can get involved with the happenings in this league by using the hashtag AOR Project CARS, so make sure you do get involved on Twitter, because I will be checking, and make sure you put XB1 Tier 1 in there as well, so we can get involved. So I think what people are saying in the chat, there could possibly be a GTE league, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know much about it myself, but I did see a GTE car in one of the tweets today. So this could be probably a tease to see some much faster cars. I think, to be honest, the GTEs are a lot faster than the GT3s, but we will have to wait and see. But they have a much similar similar height, I think, as well, which makes both of them sound very interesting. So we've got one American and Hartley trying to close in right now. The one American must definitely be under pressure from Hartley. Look at him. Hartley's gaining minute after minute at the back there. He is trying to find every move as possible. He's probably not making the brave moves at the moment because he wants to be cautious in his first race. He doesn't really want to make a bad impression. Oh my God! I've seen someone go wide. I think that might have been Hartley. I really don't know what happened, but I did see someone spin it there. But yeah, it must have been Hartley, which is allowing Chirac to close in onto Hartley now. I keep getting commentators' curse. Oh my God, I keep saying a driver's going to do well and they bin it. And I don't, to be honest, I don't really want to say much more with mistakes or anything like that because other people could make mistakes. So, yes, I think Hartley is slowing down then. Hartley is going into the pits as he was struggling, which is allowing Chirac to go up to P6 and chasing up onto the one American. So, let's follow Hartley then in the pits. Let's just see where Hartley goes and what tyres he goes on as well. A little good, bad pit cameras here as well, which I think, to be honest, yeah, I think he's training for tyres. But he also might be training for fuel as well because, yeah, he is training for fuel, definitely. Because he was on 17.7, now he's on 35.5. But do you think that this fuel usage that they have could last to the end of the race? We shall probably have to wait and see right now. Oh my God, my phone has just dropped on the floor. That wouldn't really help because that has the YouTube chat and I wanted to see how you guys get involved there. But yeah, but it's cool. So yeah, that was a big off, to be honest, from these guys. So yeah, Hartley has been a long time in the pits right now, which is a bit of a shame because he was looking to have a very strong start after gaining so many positions, and now he's where he is now, which is not good, which is allowing the rest of the field to gain some more positions. So that is extremely good for him. It's just me, my eyes are very struggling to stay open tonight. I don't know why, but hopefully I should be fine going into these 20 laps remaining. We've got 20 laps remaining then, so we're halfway there. Who do you think is going to win it? We will have to wait and see. Looks like, to be honest, it looks like it's Wolf to lose right now. He can't afford to lose his strategy because otherwise it could not pay off for him. It could not work to his advantage that he really wants to do. So we've seen the rain starting to get a little less heavier at the moment. If you notice, there is less puddles. But according to the weather centre, it's going to rain for the most of this race. So you never know all these conditions. And due to the fact of the weather progression that is in this game, like Track 3.0, lobbies can be different than other lobbies. Some lobbies could just rain for like 5 or 10 laps and then start to dry up. But we are not entirely sure what is going to happen with this one. We will just have to wait and see, as these drivers need to definitely call it at the right moment to make sure they don't lose as much positions as possible. So yeah, they need to score as much positions as they can, really. So yes, Wolf was already having a dominant season so far, like he did last season as well. I think he won the championship last season, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but again, do correct me if I'm wrong, but he is looking to score another championship. But I really don't want to jinx it or anything. So I don't want anything bad to happen to any of these drivers from now on. But we got Moo up into 7th place due to the fact Harley had a bit of damage earlier on there. So Very interesting. Excuse me, a big stretch at the moment, but hey ho. So, interesting fact about the GT3 Leagues. It is in its 10th season right now. We're already on lap 8, round 8, round 9. Yeah, round 9. Round 9 of this championship. Crazy. And so far also, we've had 2 endurance races as well. And it was also great to see these drivers on how the endurance race worked. Did it work to their potential maybe? But, you know, did you guys enjoy the endurance races? Because it was, to be honest, it was very a different approach to the season, and it made it more interesting because you see more battles from people that you probably weren't really expecting, which was quite nice. And to be honest, the endurance race is one of my favourite races to commentate on, especially the third one in Indianapolis. That was really fun to commentate on because it was a road circuit and it was absolutely different. Actually, it might not be the Indianapolis, I don't know. I've forgotten what the endurance rate, where the endurance race was this season, but I will double check. But it was, to be honest, it was so long ago that I don't even know what tracks were endurance apart from Catalonia. I know Catalonia was definitely endurance. So yeah, sorry guys, my eyes are struggling to stay awake right now, and it's quite tricky at the moment. So if I just turn the light off again and see if that will make a difference. I doubt it, but I think it's made a bit of a difference at the moment because yeah, we will have to wait and see at the moment. Just wait and see. Hopefully, it probably hasn't made a difference to you because obviously, but if some of you may not know, I'm slightly long-sighted. So sometimes when I see things up close, sometimes it is quite difficult. So when I'm on computer screens, I have to wear glasses, but obviously I forgot. So when I see things close up, I have to wear. I'm only long-sighted by like 0.75 or something like that, or however you call it in eye test terms, because I never really understand how eye tests really do work. But yeah, it's also nice to see 11 of you watching the stream at this time, which is great to see at the moment, and hopefully we can bring some more battles coming up. It's a shame there's not many battles going on at this moment in time, but once we see a battle for you, we will cover it here live on this AOR channel. But as we are talking, we've got some great AOR content coming up for you this weekend. We have got iRacing, the Formula One Leagues, on Friday at Harper State, so make sure you do check that out because how work they have paid off as well as gone into there as well. On Saturday, we got the last round of rFactor 2 in Brazil at 6:30. So make sure you do check that out as well, because I do watch the rFactor 2 leagues every week, and they do bring up all the stops to make sure they do a good race as well. And rFactor is a game I only got like probably a few months ago. I hardly race on it that often because I'm not really that competitive, and I probably will try and race on that at some point, but you know. And for the first time also on Saturday, I think it'll be straight after the rFactor Leagues, there will be the first official live stream coverage of Dirt 4 Rallycross. So if you want to see how those drivers do there, make sure you check it out at 8 PM BST on Saturday, where cheeky little me will be commentating. I'm commentating on everything at the moment, but a cheeky fact for you, when I was actually applying to be commentator for AOR, one of the leagues I really wanted to commentate on was my top preference was Dirt 4. So it is absolutely fantastic. I'll get to do this, and I'm really excited. So make sure you check that out on Saturday. So the leagues you can expect. So on Friday there'll be iRacing, Saturday rFactor and Dirt 4, and I do believe the endurance leagues will be streamed from the PC. I don't have a clue. I will have to check with King Kodiak, but I think it's highly likely the endurance leagues will be streamed as well. A few of my friends are racing in that. So it's great to see them racing as much as they can as well. So we're on lap 30 then. We're going to see a lot of these guys pitting. We've got the one American deciding that he is pitting. Looks like he's going for a one-stop. I don't know how they're going for a one-stop because I thought they'll be going for a two-stop race. But you never know with these types of situations. These definitely can change with these types of conditions. So we will have to wait and see for that one. The one American is going out of the pits then right now as I think he's taken just tyres. Yeah, he's taken just tyres. So he's pretty confident that he can take the fuel going towards the end of this race then, which is quite nice. And let me just see then where he comes up at. So he's going out of the pits now. He's about 26 seconds clear of Hartley at the moment. So I think he will comfortably come out. Yeah, he's fine. He is fine. But when the timings do change, you'll see where he is. No, he's 38 seconds clear of Hartley. So he should be, he's absolutely fine at the moment. So, yeah, don't forget, if you are new to the AOR GT3 Leagues, we do have mandatory pit stop, which was a brand new thing that they have brought to the GT3 Leagues this season. Which means that they do have to pit towards between laps 3 and the last few laps of this Grand Prix. Otherwise, they could be getting a penalty. And to be honest, I don't really want to see people getting penalties. And so far, ladies and gentlemen, we have had no people get penalties. So that is very, very good to see. Very, very happy. Just shows that taking it cleanly, but saying it now, if I say it now, I probably will see a few drivers getting penalties and a few reds there. So I'm not going to say much at the moment. So, yeah, Moo is gaining some positions then. It is quite, to be honest, because I'm in director mode and not broadcaster mode, it's quite hard to see, for me, how to rotate and go on to a different situation. Oh, you see a battle going on between Aiden and is it the one American? No, it is Chirac, which is where they were fighting for before. They are head and nail at the moment between those. Those are the closest battle. We're going to make head or tail of it and see what happens. Let's ride on board with Aiden then. Going into the straight here, we've got a few cars in front, which I do believe are lap markers. But again, I am not entirely sure as Aiden tries to squeeze Chirac there, but I think Aiden had to let it stick just a tiny bit. He is being ever so cautious as well. He's taking very good lines. You know he has to be cautious after the incidents that he's had earlier on there, but he seems to be coping with these incidents not too badly at the moment. So he's doing alright by the looks of things, but he's now 2 cents closing up on Chirac, which is Aiden's pace already is looking good compared to the rest of the field. He was a 127, and where everyone else was on a 128. Oh, and there were a few people went wide there between Aiden and Chirac, but again, it wasn't on purpose, so that was good. They're keeping it clean at the moment. It's also nice to see a bit of headlights shadow there. We're just seeing a panel of you complaining. So I think we're hearing the drivers complaining. There's a lot of paddles. Paddles? Puddles. Why am I saying paddles? I don't know why. We're not in like a lake or anything, but I could imagine if Sugo was in a lake. I did see a lap car in front go a bit wide there, going towards the straight. To be honest, I don't know who it is. We could put up Aiden and Chirac a little bit, but probably not a lot. I think it's Seppel, Chirac's teammate. Do you think, to be honest, there could be a few team orders going on? Seppel could be holding up Chirac to make sure Aiden doesn't overtake him. Will he allow that? Or will he have to allow Chirac, the faster guy, through? I don't know what's going to happen here. But if I was Seppo, I would be helping out my teammate now, because Seppo is not in the best position where he needs to be right now. But he can help his teammate no matter what it costs at the moment. So a big surprise at the moment that we are seeing is definitely from, Wolf is pitting now. Sorry about this. We've got to follow the pits. Where is Wolf going to end up now? Rainbow's going to cross the start finish straight. It's going to be a drag race between these guys. Or is it the one American? I don't know. Yeah, I think the one American let him through. Yes, he did. Which I think the pace. What has happened with Wolf? He spins it. He overcooked it. He definitely overcooked it there, which has lost some time, which is allowing Rainbow to go into P2. What a dreadful mistake from Wolf. He took some tyres in, and he did notice that his tyres were very cold, because most of these races he didn't have to pit for tyres, only for fuel. But in these races, in these type of conditions in the wet, you have to pit for wets quite more often. So it could be really hard to get these cars to up to temperature. So at the moment, for the first time this season, Ninja is leading, which is great stuff from him. Can he keep up the pace? We will have to wait and see. We're on lap 34 of this Grand Prix. It is all to play for. Let us know in the chat what you thought about Wolf's mistake there. What a shame at the moment. I feel so bad for the THR guys at the moment. Oh my god, it's a bit of a shame right now. But hopefully Wolf can recover a little bit. But I think Wolf is back up into P2 at the moment, because I think Rainbow is one of the other leading guys to pit right now. I think he's also going to pit for tyres as well. Yes, he is. Because it's colder tyres. And I think he's just pitted for fuel. Yes, he's pitted for a little bit of fuel. I've noticed he didn't put a little bit of fuel. Now it's a very good pit stop from Rainbow. So, let's see if he's comfortably going to stay in P3 at the moment. Because I think it looks like he is. Looks like he's going to stay in P3, which is a good stop for him. Good strategy. He has chosen to pit at definitely the right time. So, incredible stuff from Rainbow, as he is definitely where he needs to be at the moment. So Ninja in P1 at the moment, but I am not sure if Ninja is pitted. I might be wrong, he might have pitted, but I hardly do likely that he has pitted at the moment. So again we should have to wait and see. But we got 10 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. It's not over to the last lap of the last term of the start finish straight. So these drivers can't really become too complacent going into this. They've got to treat every corner with as much respect as they can, really, to avoid mistakes. So yes, very interesting. So and also, for those of you that have followed AOR on Twitter, there's also been some big news about the F1 leagues as well. Season 16 interest rate is now up. So if you are interested in signing up for Season 16 of F1 2017, check the forums and Twitter for more information. Now, there's going to be Oceania leagues and European leagues like normal. But for the first time, it's going to be an American league, because we had a lot of interest from American drivers that they want an American league for F1 2018. And we are going to have one, which is exciting. And also, for the first time, we're going to have Oceania coverage on the PC platform as well. So that'll be great to see, because we mainly seen it on PS4 and Xbox One. We've also got a lot of interest in Oceania for PC as well. So it'll be great to see who can do well on the PC side for Oceania for Season 16, aka Season 3. But we will have to wait and see on that one. See if they can make it through the best of the best at the moment. So we've got Chaos Theory. No, not Chaos Theory. What am I talking about? Chirag and Aiden closing quite nicely as well. Maybe we can see a battle from them form again, but we will have to wait and see. As the race leader then, Ninja, has chosen to pit. I am sorry, we're going to follow this pit battle quite quickly then and see where he ends up. Can he get a good pit stop? Can he make it past Rainbow? He's got to make sure he makes it a clean pit stop, because otherwise it's not going to happen. Looks like he's putting more fuel into the car than normal. He might have got a bit of damage, which is why the pit stop is taking a bit longer than usual. I really don't know, because usually a pit stop is faster than this if there hasn't been much damage, and that's allowing Chaos Fury and Rainbow. No, actually no, it's allowing Rainbow to go past actually. But I think Chaos Fury is still in P4. Chaos Fury is costing the start finish straight, but Rainbow has already finished the pit entry there. So that's allowing Ninja to be in P3 and Rainbow in P2. Great stuff. To be honest, I think it'll be nice also to see a different podium as well. But you know, again, you never know with these types of situations. And as we go towards August and September, let me know if there's any games that you haven't got yet and you want to get. Let us know. Let us know. Are you keen to get Project Cars 2 after you've seen the amazing action we have seen as well? Justin Graham is also watching the chat. Hello. He's hoping Ninja to keep it clean, which I'm praying he does. He seems to be keeping it clean at the moment. He is definitely up in his stride at the moment. But we are seeing, we're definitely seeing a shake-up here. So you never know with these situations. I know I keep saying that. I've got to stop repeating things as I know it. But you know, we'll have to wait and see for that one. And what is interesting also, if you're new to the Project Cars 2 League, the conditions for PC on how it rains can be different to Xbox One. So it can definitely change. We shall have to wait and see right now. And it is all to play for. It is looking like Wolf's championship to lose at the moment, but he is in a good position to win it at the moment. He is in lap 38 right now. He's got a good 21-second gap between himself and Rainbow. Rainbow's definitely gaining a bit of pace right now, but not enough to catch up to Wolf. Wolf's definitely made the right decision to possibly pit when he did. So yeah, he's definitely made the right decision to pit where he did there as well. So yes, definitely interesting. So here we go. We have got 5-6 more laps of this Grand Prix now. Wolf just crossed the start finish straight. People have got to have pitted now by the end of lap 39. I haven't seen a few people pit. I really don't know what is happening. It might be that I've seen them pit and I didn't realise they pitted and not keeping contact or anything like that. But I really don't know. So yes. So we'll have to wait and see. A lot of people on Twitter as well are wondering what the new Project Cars 2 League is going to be. We're all getting hyped about the new Project Cars 2 League as well, as much as we are. The Project Cars 2 team are making sure they can gain a lot of ideas there. So yeah, I think Rainbow is comfortably in P2 at the moment, trying to stretch the gap between Ninja there quite nicely. So he's doing quite well. He's doing very well at the moment, as we are starting to probably see a few people that have probably forgotten they need to pit. So we can see a clogged pit window at the moment, which is not that badly done. It is quite common for people to do that, but hopefully people haven't forgotten, because otherwise it can cost them some severe consequences. But yes, and also, what are you guys drinking right now whilst you're watching this? Are you eating anything whilst you're watching this? because I'm drinking lovely water as well. So yeah, should be fun as well. So yeah, Rainbow is doing very well, and so is Ninja as well. So it's great to see them coming back. Chaos Fury definitely has got to be a redemption week for him, because he didn't have a good result last time about. But he's doing very well to catch up to the rest of the field quite nicely. He seems to be doing very well at the moment, up in 4th place. I don't think he can close up to 3rd, but he's quite comfortably in 4th because Moot is in 5th. And we've got Aiden in 6th, so for Aiden, it's kind of like a recovery drive at the moment after the mistakes he's had, possibly due to his collisions or something like that. But again, I really didn't see what happened, so I can't really judge it at the moment. And at some point, I think one of the most exciting things of AOR coming up soon, we'll have a brand new website, which we will have coming up as well. And I hope you guys are as pumped as I am. As Aiden tries to make a move on Moo, can he do it? They're squeezing each other into that turn, and Aiden has got the job done. Great stuff from Aiden, as Aiden is up into P5 now. I don't think he can catch up to Chaos Fury, but the rain is starting to get a bit harder for these guys, which could make the visibility quite difficult. But yeah, Aiden up into P5. Great move from him. Brilliant stuff. It's now time for you to get your votes on Driver of the Day then. Let me know your thoughts in the chat, guys, and let me know your predictions as well. So yes, very, very interesting. And to be honest, by watching this going on, we have got a few contenders for Driver of the Day. We've got Rainbow, Ninja and Chaos Fury, all 3 of them doing well, and Wolf is definitely doing well, trying to dominate this race as well. But yeah, it's really going to be a quite tough decision to make. So again, let me know what your thoughts of Driver of the Day are as well. And yes, unfortunately we didn't have a PS4 stream today. That's because the commentators couldn't make it. But there will be a PS4 stream next week. If you're wondering where the PS4 stream is, a massive shout out to the PS4 commentators who are quite either busy going out or their PSN not working or anything like that. So any PSN guys who are watching this, hello. But shout out to any of you guys on Xbox who are watching this as well. As we're approaching lap 42 then. 3 more laps of this Grand Prix. Can Wolf hold on to that gap? Rainbow is gaining. Wolf can't afford to make any mistake right now. He just got to stay where he is and not bottle it, basically, in order to make sure he brings his championship home. I feel so bad for Moon right now for the position he's in, but he's already doing a nice recovery drive at the moment, so he's looking to be very, very strong. So very, very good at the moment. And if you just joined us, hello and welcome to the Project Cars 2 GT3 Leagues for Xbox One Tier 1. We are here in Sugo, and as you can see already, if you don't believe the order, this is the order on the left hand side, and the order has definitely shaken up. But apart from Wolf, who we've seen on pole position, and also been dominating the entire race so far, and possibly has set his mind to win the championship. And if he does win the championship this race, we could see a few donuts from him in the cool down lap. I won't be surprised. If he does win, can we see some donuts? Predictions. Will he do some donuts? Do you think he'll be allowed? I really don't know, because I've seen a few online lobbies, if they win like a sprint mode or something like that, they just do donuts and be like, whee! Or like loads of wins or something like that, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now, we've got Rainbow, and who's right behind him? Is that Ninja? No, that's a lap car. That confused me for a minute then, because that is very, very close. That is very, very close. So right, very close indeed. But yeah, the lap car is not going to help Rainbow in the slightest, I don't think. I'm just seeing how everybody else is doing. Chaos Fury is a bit down the order, just slightly. But he is 19 seconds clear of Aiden at the moment, so he should be fine. But he's 10 seconds down on Ninja, so I don't think he's going to get a podium position. But no matter what, Chaos Fury's pace has been absolutely incredible. As for all the top 5 is at the moment as well. So again, let me know your thoughts as well. So massive shout out to you guys, to all 10 of you that are watching as well. It's probably going to be a shame when it's over, these leagues, because it's been absolutely great to commentate on these so far towards this. So I hope you guys been enjoying the streams as much as you can. Make sure you check the AOR channel if you haven't already, for some more AOR content, because recently AOR has reached 6,000 subscribers and we couldn't have done it without you guys, without the support of you guys. And yeah, very, very interesting. So we're on lap 44 then. 2 more laps to go of this Sugo Grand Prix. It has been quite tricky for the drivers, but I think Wolf has been practicing quite a lot in the wet and is putting his wet demons behind him at the moment. I just hope he doesn't bottle it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he stays where he is at this moment in time. So to be honest, I don't want any of these guys to bottle it at the moment. So we will just have to find out, see what happens. The best of the field are kind of spread out between Wolf at the moment. Wolf is like 20 seconds from Rainbow, and then it's 22 seconds, then it's 33 seconds, and then it's almost a whole minute. So that is just absolutely incredible to see for these guys. So yeah, again, let me know who your thoughts are for driver of the day. That should be very interesting to see as well. And I know I keep saying interesting to see. And so I think a few people in the chat hoping that a few people can work better on their pit strategies. To be honest, I give credit to them. It is quite hard. I give credit to the driver because it is quite hard to work on their pit strategies, because they never know what the rain is going to do in these types of conditions, because it could be raining the whole race. They probably don't know the depth of the rain coming through. So that's probably why it's again ever so close, as Wolf must be going very, very tense now to make sure he brings the final few corners home. He can afford to take it easy at the moment, but he can't afford to bottle it. He can go a bit slower than usual, but obviously don't go too slow, because otherwise Rainbow will overtake him. But it doesn't matter if Rainbow overtakes him, he just got to stay ahead of Moo, which is where he is at the moment. And he's looking very good so far. As the grandstand is going to go be on their feet pretty soon for this Janelle driver. Wolf has been very strong all season, and he's taken 6 wins out of the last 8 races, and soon it'll be 7 out of the last 9, which will be a great feat for him. But let's see what he does then as he crosses the start finish line and he goes on to win the Sugo Grand Prix, and therefore he is the Season 10 Drivers GT3 World Champion for Xbox One Elite Tier. Yes, he is doing donuts. Yes, my man. Yes. Yeah, I said he would do donuts. He is celebrating like mad right now. That is great stuff. He has done what he needs to do. He outscored Moo, and he has done it. Great stuff. Let's see. We're on board with him right now. Oh my god. I hope none of the guys collided to him, otherwise there could be a bit of damage there. So he's got to be careful if people still racing. But we're on board with Ninja. Oh, Ninja's going. Oh my god. Ninja. Oh. We got a few eye out. He's trying to go into him. Is he meant to do that? I don't know. So we got Chaos Fury in 4th. Oh my god, we can see. I think we got everyone able to congratulate Ninja. Chaos Fury doing some donuts as well. He must be happy with his 4th place by the sounds of it. So yeah, great stuff. And yeah, it has been close all season. So yeah, it was hard to predict. We got Moo in P5 as Moo crosses the start finish straight. Must be a bittersweet moment for him. I think he wasn't able to take the Drivers' Championship, but he has won the Constructors already last week, so that must be good for him at the moment. So great stuff. And Shraka's in 6th. Aiden, probably not the best result for him, but he must be enjoying this race. And he got a bit of damage there. I don't know what happened. Must have been a bit of collision, but yeah, he must have been a bit. I don't know what happened, but hey ho. So Wolf has taken a win and is your reigning Season 10 Drivers Champion for Xbox One Tier 1. We've got Ninja in P2, Rainbow in P3, Chaos Fury in P4, Moon in 5th, Chirac in 6th, AD-Ace in 7th, the One American in 8th. Great result from him. Harley in 9th, and Seppel is probably a race to forget. And Franglish has retired. We didn't notice that Frank was retired, but he did, which is a bit of a shame. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get the top 3, but we are going to get the man of the hour. We're going to get the man of the hour, I think, in the party, to be honest. We want to get our championship winner on this. We really do. We want to see his thoughts. He must be really happy right now. He must be in a bittersweet moment. So we're going to get his thoughts, I think. His moment, I think, is all him, but only fair. So, let me just see if I can invite to party. Let me just invite Wolf for now. I'll see if I can find Wolf. There we go. Invite sent. So we're just going to wait until he joins the party. I hope you enjoyed this race as much as we did. A lot of people congratulating Wolf in the chat, which is great to see. World Win is looking very happy there with Athletics host Justin Graham as well. A few people congratulating there. That's good as well. So great to see there as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So we will wait. I need to actually unmute the desktop audio, which I have. That's all good. That is all good, people. That is all good. So we will get 2nd and 3rd place in the chat in a second. We will just wait until we get our 1st place in the chat, because I think a lot of people would want to hear how he's feeling about that, because we want to know how he controlled his pace in the wet, because he wasn't looking that strong in wet races before, but he must have had a lot of practice. So we would like to know how much practice he has had to this race to make sure he took that win today. So we will have to wait and see and find out. So yeah, so just hang on a second whilst we get our main man in the chat for you. He probably must be speechless. That's probably why he hasn't joined the chat yet. So, to be honest, I won't be surprised if he's a speechless man. I think he's a 2-time champion. I think he won last year as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think he did. I think he won last season. But I don't know. So, we'll just have to find out. So whilst we're at it then, I think the last round, let me just get the championship standings as it was before quickly. I know you won't be able to see it, but the last round's in USA, but I forgot what track it is. Naughty commentator. I don't know why I think that. But yeah. Okay, I think whilst we wait for Wolf, let's see if we can get 2nd and 3rd. I was hoping we can get Wolf in a party on his own, just so we can get his reaction. Right, let's see if I have Ninja. Because I think, no. Yeah, let's get Ninja in. Because he's in 2nd. Oh, he's on the top of my screen, so that's all good. Let's invite Ninja to the party then. And also let me invite Rainbow. Do I have Rainbow added? I don't think I do, you know.
Hello.
There we go. Right, we got our we were waiting for Wolf, but we got our 2nd place man, Mr. Ninja. well done. You wasn't expecting that, were you, after an incredible race? Well done. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm just shocked. The fact that I pushed on my own teammate at the end was a bit of a shock. I thought he could just run away, but I managed to get tyres at the right time, I guess.
Your strategy there was you timed it very well there to make sure you gained 2nd place there very nicely there. But due to the mistakes everyone else had at the start, what pressure were you at that point to possibly try and gain your way through the field?
It's just I knew I had to push at the start, so I just decided, well, if I pushed at the start, then I'll push and just keep on going and see how the consistency happens.
And consistency is definitely shown here today, and you definitely made. Were you a one-stop? Did you do a one-stop?
Yeah, it was a one-stop. Yeah.
Wow, I don't know how you did that, but you did that very well. You managed to manage your tyres quite nicely there, so good stuff for there. The final race in USA. I don't know what track it is next week. What are your strategy going to next week? So I think you'll sick of the championship from last week, but you'll probably still be sick for the moment. But what do you think it takes to make sure that you stay in that top 6 or possibly gain 5th from Rainbow, do you think?
I guess it's just learning the consistency of the track and then just pushing on it and just improving bit by bit and then just going from there. Yeah,
definitely. And well done. I think you'll be celebrating tonight, and I'm looking forward to next week for you. But we like to go for the man of the hour, Mr. Wolf. Congratulations once again. You are the drivers' championship for drivers champion. Sorry, for Xbox One Tier 1. How did you feel? I saw you did donuts there. You look so relieved after you crossed that line. How did you feel?
Relieved, because I was a nightmare in the generator. Like, I think the only thing this car had going for it in that race was the fact that it didn't need to get any tyres when it paid. I know the Audi and I don't know about the Mercedes, but I know the Lambo what Ace was in. I know the Audis were struggling with the front left. They had to pit. So I guess that helped.
So I did see you lost a few positions beforehand during the race, but I think what helped you, was your strategy. I think a bit as well. But how was your pace throughout the race, trying to keep up with the likes of Rainbow and Ninja to possibly try make sure you retain the lead then? Because your gap has been absolutely incredible this race. How did you keep that pace going throughout that race?
I don't think I actually had the strongest pace in the race. I think it was just more consistency. I think that showed today in this race. But yeah, it was just more down to, at least at the start, for like the first 20 laps, just keeping it smooth. You know, not destroying the front left or rear left on the last right-hander, that flowing one. And yeah, just done that. Quite amazed at how no one was really catching me that much.
You must be quite shocked.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Because you're not usually that strong in the wet. Did you have much practice going into this race, knowing it was going to be a wet race, or was it just today?
Yeah. Like the only practice I'd done for it was today, just before the race. But
wow,
it's more down to the generator, I'd say. Like,
yeah.
If you look at any of the wet races, it's just more down to how bad it is in the slow corners. Like the wheel spin it gets is pretty bad in that case. But that just feels to the point where I don't know how I was still like I didn't expect to win this. I was expecting to be in a wide generator today.
Yeah, because I did see your teammates struggling there just a little bit. So do you think you gained a bit less stress after seeing Moo was way down the field than he needed to be?
Nah. To be honest, I wanted him to at least be on the podium with me as well. I know he had trouble at the start with, well, everyone I think had trouble at the start, but
yeah, everyone
I noticed he dropped back quite far.
Yeah. It was such a shame to see Moo dropping down the field, but I did see him. I think he ended up 5th in the end, so it was a great recovery.
Yeah, it was a good recovery.
Yeah, and what was your favourite race so far of the season now after you won this championship so far? What was your favourite win? Because you won 7 out of the last 9 races, so what's been your favourite win?
Favourite win would be, I'd say the most difficult would be Donington.
Yeah.
Because I had no pace, like, you know, just because wet conditions. But I'd say, it doesn't class as a win, but I'd say Indy Racing Moo. That was probably the best.
Oh, So even though you didn't win that,
that was the best.
Yeah, because you won.
Yeah, that was fun to watch there. So, are you gonna treat the last race now as a less fun race for you, or are you gonna just aim for the win again? Because you got no championship to contend for, because obviously you won it.
Yeah. Nah, my pace. Well, I'd say Watkins is probably my strongest track out of all of like the calendar. Like, it was my banker track in a way. Like, even if I had a pretty bad early to mid season, I could still get back with the last race. So I don't know. Might start from the back, just for a laugh.
Last to first.
Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see, shall we? Thank you, Wolf. And I think we also just had Rainbow join the chat there as well as our P3 man. Well done, well done. I don't think you weren't expecting that either, were you?
No, not at all. Was practicing, and I did mid 27s, but that was on race fuel. And then I saw other guys practicing on lower fuels, and they were always setting the same lap times. And I was actually surprised, but then at the start that helped really.
Yes, when you saw a few people losing out for positions there, what helped you get that drive to gain those positions? Were you in a lot less pressure, or do you have a bit more pressure to try and avoid the collisions, do you think?
After that crash of Aiden and Seppel, I think, I had pressure from my teammate behind, so I never really didn't have any practice pressure this race.
Which is good. It's nice you were controlling your best of the rest pretty much, and your pace looks very, very strong. And what was your strategy going into the last race now? Because I do believe you're still going to be in fifth place. You're not. I don't think you'll be that far behind from Seppel now. I'm not sure you're going to close into him, but what is your strategy going to the last race now? In Watkins?
I don't know. Last week I said to Ninja that if I score a podium in the next 2 races, I won't race the last race, but I will race in Watkins, of course.
You've broken the promise. Only joking. To be honest, a lot of people have been saying Watkins is a very good track, so it's good that's the finale, to be honest. So yeah. Any final thoughts you want to say? Any of you before we end the stream?
Yes. I want to say sorry to Hartley. He was much quicker than me in the end, but he was held up because of me. I had to let him pass.
He was looking very strong, wasn't he? And he lost.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, me too.
But that's
racing.
He was slapped, and okay, the move what he did, maybe should have let him go, but yeah, that was racing, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think that comes to the end of the stream. Once again, congratulations to Wolf for winning the Drivers' Championship and winning the race, and also well done to Ninja and Rainbow for getting 2nd and 3rd place. It was nice to see a different podium today than we see normally, so that is brilliant. Thanks to our sponsors, Elgato and Thrustmasters. Great to see that, and also thank you to everyone that's got involved in the chats tonight. It's great to see you guys involved as well. I'm very, very excited for the final race in Watkins. It should be really fun, and hopefully we'll get a better turnout next week than we did this week. So yeah, I hope you'll be looking forward to it. I've been JessGames95. I hope you guys enjoyed the race, and we will see you next week, same time, same place for the final time at 8 PM BST, live on the Apex Online Racing channel. So until then, we'll see you soon. Goodbye.